Now it's my pleasure to introduce my friend and colleague. He's also the manager of the spiritual care program, Jeromy Wells. Did you?
Reflecting on our thousands of patients that we've seen, one person said, behind every number is a person with a heart and soul, often at one of the toughest times in their life. These words, spoken by my predecessor, Christine Dolly, capture the very heart of spiritual care at Rogers Behavioral Health. Each patient we serve isn't just a chart or a diagnosis. There's someone searching for light in the storm. And thanks to you, all of you here, and those who weren't able to be here or aren't able to be here, we're able to do what we do. And we're able to be a light of hope for all of our patients. So thank you. Thank you for being here today and for your continued faith in our spiritual care department. We would not be here without you. You're allowed to give yourselves an applause if you want. Obviously, this past year has been one of significant change for us. Everyone on our team is in a new role, including me. In March, we honored Christine and celebrated with her as she retired after faithful service to Rogers and our patients for over 16 years as the manager of spiritual care. And Christine was my hiring manager, office mate, mentor, and dear friend. I knew she had arrived each morning by the sound, well, not only the doors as you come into the chapel, but the sound of her suitcase and those wheels rolling down the hallway. And she would always begin the morning, "Good morning, Jeromy. How are you? How can I support you today? What are we doing?" And I'm like, "Good grief. Slow down. This is supposed to be my second career and chill." Christine brought unwavering optimism and deeply compassionate patient-centered care to Rogers. She guided my transition from military to civilian chaplaincy with grace, humor, and that rare gift of unconditional positive regard. Though she couldn't join us today, I think it's appropriate if we all join, because I know she'll get to watch this later, join in giving her an applause for all of her work here at Rogers. Thank you, Christine. In her footsteps and in the legacy of Chaplain Carol Jeffries before her, our new team will continue to serve all patients and staff with compassion, inclusion, and integrity. Now, I'm proud to introduce the two incredible people who complete our spiritual care team. Chaplain Jennifer, you can wave if you'd like. Hey, Jennifer. She joined us in January, bringing 5 years of hospice chaplaincy experience and a background in lab work and clinical supervision. She now supports patients in Brown Deer and West Dallas programs with genuine empathy and a complete focus on meeting each and every patient where they are. And you're doing outstanding work. I love working with you. Thank you. And Chaplain Angela, who literally just started yesterday, comes to us from Minnesota with 2.5 years of experience as a mental health chaplain in state hospitals. Interestingly enough, I just talked with her former supervisor in a chaplain meeting yesterday, and she could not contain herself when talking about how wonderful Angela is. So we are really thrilled to have her and lucky to have her. She brings passion and a fresh perspective that we're super excited to have. And together, the three of us make up your spiritual services team. And as my table already knows, I'm me, and bless your hearts for having to spend the last hour with me. So thank you. Our goal is to walk alongside every patient at Rogers with compassion, wisdom, and respect for their spiritual and religious identity, wherever they are in their journey and wherever they are in life. Over the last year, we exceeded expectations with over 5,000 patient contacts. If you'd like more detailed description of that, there is an annual report that Christine put together. She did a beautiful job with this. And I know there's some over there, and then there's some little pictures of this with a QR code if you want to pull that up on your phone. I lost my place. Of those contacts, we saw significant increases in patient consult requests, faith service attendance, and need to facilitate well over 100 faith-specific leader visits. Dawn, you're here today. I told you I was going to give you a shout out. I have loved working with you. You're one of our critical pieces to these faith-specific leader visits. And so thank you so much for your support to us. So thank you. All of our growth is a direct result of your support that allows us to meet patients where they are. That's our mission, to care for people in what they hold as sacred. One story illustrates that in a nutshell. An adult female resident shared a note with her chaplain the day of her discharge. The chaplain had not had any individual conversations with her, but recognized her from attending a couple of the spirituality discussion groups. In the note, she said she was inspired by how that chaplain cared for every patient in the room. She said, and I quote, "I found my faith again while I was here. Thank you." Another example is several of Jennifer's patients have expressed their gratitude, saying that they felt valued and heard. They said she inspired them to continue in their treatment. Our patients remind us every day that what we do matters, that when someone says, "Thank you for seeing me," it's not just a comment, it's a moment of healing. Thank you again for being such a critical part of that healing journey with us.